There aren't any good stories in this game anymore. I have more hours than like 98% of people who have played it, and still nothing has ever happened to me. Even Gary's mod, with how rotted and abandoned that game is, has the occasional weird friend group you can meet on Dark RP or Trouble in Terrorist Town. At least Gary's mod has the cringe YouTubers still covering it. In comparison, this game is a desert, an emptied well. It's nothing. Anyways. Fuck. Anyway, this is the last interesting story I have of this game. Don't subscribe. If I get 1 million subscribers, I'm deleting this channel. If I get 100,000 subscribers, I'm deleting every. I played with this guy a while ago. I don't want to call him by his username because it's disrespectful, but it's the only thing I remember. So Buddy Dakota. I didn't even remember it. I got it back from my memory once I realized he died. Very stupid seeing those two words put together so weird like that. I remember thinking he had come up with it on the spot, but looking back at it, it's a character from this old video game. A real gamer he was. I assumed that to have been a guy, but maybe not, I don't know. I'm ignorant on that shit. He definitely chose in like 15 seconds. He always plays sharpshooter. In PvK2, each of the 3 factions has a dedicated range class, and the sharpshooter is the glass cannon out of all of them. He has the strongest weapons, but the longest reload times, and it's easy to die if you miss only 2 or 3 shots, unlike the other 2 classes. You know this type. I'm not the biggest fan of this type of character. It's too boring to play and too annoying to play against, but it has its fans, and Buddy Dakota was respectable enough. I can't mess with him for playing it. It's a game. It's fun. It's some, This is a recreation, by the way. This isn't the real guy. He got booted off the server once it went offline for the night, and I haven't seen anyone that reminded me of him since. Technically, I didn't even see him die, but I know he did. My last video is also a recreation. I should have told you that during that. I apologize. Buddy Dakota was good at the game. At least enough to show that I wasn't all that good. At least enough to make it interesting. At the end of rounds, he'd drop a GG in chat sometimes, and he died right here. We were playing 1v1s on last team standing, this mode where you have 1 minute to kill all the other teams until lava rises from this hole in the ground and it kills everyone. He stopped right there, and right there I knew he was gone. I guess you could say I don't have any proof he existed. But that doesn't really matter. He stopped moving in such a strange way. He walked, a little blur on my screen, all the way across the map. He walked 2 or 3 steps and then he slowed down and he stopped. More than that, I just know it. I heard him. I knew he was going to die from how he wasn't typing. The clouds parted and I received a psychic communication, and I knew it more than I know most things. God, what a horrible way to go. Dying in Pirates, Vikings, and Knights 2. Dying in a dead game. Dying in a multiplayer lobby with only one other guy in a game nobody's playing anymore. A game where there are more bots than people 99% of the time. How cruel is that? I wonder what he was doing when he died. What was happening in those last few seconds when he knew something was happening but was still moving his character. Do you think he knew he was going to die? Or was it just a pure panic for the last few seconds? The last video wasn't entirely fake. Yeah, the knight didn't actually come up to me like that. And, well, it did, but it didn't look like that. The armor was just a skin on the workshop. It was like 80% real. The knight did genuinely run up to me, and it did genuinely try to swing at me. And I did genuinely quit the game before he could hit me. But it was more like real than how I acted it out. That's the best way I can describe it. A demonstration. I wonder if something similar happened to him, and he just didn't hit quit in time. I don't know. I wonder about a lot of things. Nobody gave me money from that video either.